Looking for a Disney World hotel that's going to get you the fastest access to your favorite park, the best dining, and the coolest new experiences? Guess what? We've just found the hotel you're looking for. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and I'm here with your dream hotel. That's right, I've tracked down the hotels that are going to work best with your 2022 itinerary for whatever plans you've got in mind for your upcoming Disney World trip. So let's find out where you'll be staying in Disney World this year. If you'd like a downloadable list of all the things I'm talking about in today's video, drop us your email at disneyfoodblog.com/2022hotels. This will give you access to not only all the best of the best hotels for 2022, but will also automatically sign you up for the DFE newsletter so you can get all the latest news right in your inbox. Okay, we're going to talk first about hotels with fast access to parks. One of the great things about Disney World hotels is their complimentary transportation, but some of these transportation methods will differ depending on where you stay, and some of them are faster and some of them are slower. Hotels on the Skyliner route are going to provide you with direct access to Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios via those sky gondolas. Those hotels along the Skyliner route are priced for a wide range of vacation budgets. You can stay at the deluxe Disney Riviera Resort, the moderate Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, or the value-priced Disney's Art of Animation Resort and Pop Century Resort. There are also nearby hotels that aren't directly connected to the Skyliner system, but are close enough to be used by nearby hotel guests, like Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Yacht and Beach Club and the Swan and Dolphin Resorts. Although the Disney Skyliner is a fun and fast way to reach 2 of the 4 Disney parks on property, it has its extremely busy moments that you need to watch out for. These gondolas can get real backed up when the parks open and close. We've seen wait times creep up to a whopping 3 hours after the Epcot fireworks before. At that point, just skip it. Just splurge on a ride share to get from point A to point B. Go over to Beach Club Resort and get in a ride share to go wherever you're going. Now, this isn't the norm. We here at DFB are pro Skyliner. We love using it, especially if we plan on park hopping from Epcot to Disney's Hollywood Studios midday. But during these parks' peak seasons, outrageous wait times aren't out of the realm of possibility. We're already predicting that lines might get a little hectic this summer, not just because of the summer vacation crowds, but also because Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is projected to open this summer at Epcot. That's that awesome new Guardians coaster with that reverse launch. When is it going to open? We're not sure yet, but we'll definitely let you know when we got a date. Of course, you know we're going to tell you about it and probably talk about it all the time. Now, the Skyliner could also see crowd congestion around October 1st since Epcot is turning 40 this year, and we just know Disney's going to have something up their sleeve for that momentous occasion. So there's going to be a lot of people in Epcot on October 1st, on and around October 1st, I should say. But other than that, Disney Skyliner is a really good addition for the hotels and a solid alternative to the bus systems, especially for Art of Animation, Caribbean Beach, and Pop Century, which really didn't have anything but buses up until now. It's like a huge, huge benefit. But if you're planning a vacation soon, like from January 23rd to January 28th, then the Skyliner's not going to do you any good. Disney Skyliner is going to be closed for renovations that week. So make sure to have alternate plans if you happen to be staying at any of those Skyliner hotels during that little week. Disney World's Good Neighbor hotels, the Swan and Dolphin, are also an option, like I said, for guests looking to travel quickly to and from Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios. But by the way, heads up, you can literally walk from those hotels to those 2 parks, so you don't really need to take the Skyliner to get to those, but you can if you want to. Now, if you don't mind splurging on a nice resort stay and you plan on visiting Magic Kingdom during your visit, then checking out the monorail resorts could be worth your while. These are going to include Disney's Contemporary Resort, Grand Floridian, and Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. Staying at one of these hotels will grant you multiple ways to travel to and from the Magic Kingdom, including monorail, sometimes bus service, boat rides, and even walking paths. Yep, these resorts have paths laid out for you to skip all those long transportation lines. You can literally walk to Magic Kingdom from any of these hotels. But you just have to have the energy to get back at the end of the day. Disney's Wilderness Lodge and Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campgrounds also have a water taxi service to and from the Magic Kingdom. So if you'd rather stay outside of the monorail resorts and maybe pay a little bit less, not much less, but a little bit less, then you can check those rooms out, especially since the Fort Wilderness cabins can wind up costing around the same price, if not less than, the family suites at Disney's Art of Animation Value Resort. But they're going to be kind of far away from the boat. You can get there, but there is an internal bus service at Fort Wilderness. It could take a little extra time, but it is super cool. Those cabins have lots of room. They have a full kitchen. Anyway, That's another story for another video. All right, now you want some hotels that have unique and incredible food. What kind of food blog would we be if we didn't hype up some of the best hotel restaurants or the best hotels with the best restaurants? Disney World hotels have some really great dining options that give the parks a major run for their money. Like, let's talk about Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter. Scat Cats Club will get you grooving with live jazz performances at night, and they serve up a selection of southern-inspired cocktails and those crispy, fluffy, warm, delicious, made-to-order beignets. Now, there are other bites and small plates you can choose from at Scat Cats, but those beignets are the star of the show. You can order standard Mickey beignets, or you can add an extra adult kick to your pastry by ordering the Baton Rouge beignets, which are boozy beignets. French Quarter also has a festive Cajun and Creole quick service Sassagoula Floatworks and Food Factory. It's one of my favorites. It's got really, really good jambalaya. It's got some gumbo. Usually it has those pralines. And they've got the standard food court options like burgers and sandwiches. They also have like Cajun pasta. They got good stuff there. I haven't been in a long time, and now I want to go. Okay, next on our list of awesome hotels with awesome food is Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. They've got a lot of restaurants that are unique and noteworthy, even though the hotel's kind of off the beaten path. Sanaa is that table service restaurant with African-inspired dishes and sunset savanna views that are so beautiful. And you can see all the animals out there. It is super fun. It's the only restaurant at Animal Kingdom Lodge that has a view of the animals, which doesn't make too much sense to me, but alas, there we go. Boma, thank goodness that's back open. It's an all-you-care-to-enjoy buffet with Durban chicken, African spiced beef strip loin, oak roast pork ribs. They've got the zebra domes there. It is a delicious breakfast buffet, delicious dinner buffet. No animal views, but still a pretty good meal and very unique. They've got the Mara, which is that fast food location that serves up some of my favorite desserts. They've got the peanut butter heavy Nyala brownie. That's one of my favorites, as you know. They've got zebra domes there too. Heads up, if you don't go to Boma, you can get them in the refrigerator section over there at the Mara. And they've got lots of African and Indian inspired dishes here, but they do have dishes that will be more familiar to picky eaters as well. Disney has just announced the reopening of Jiko. The restaurant will finally reopen on February 17th. It's been closed since March 2020. Reservations actually just opened today, the day we're publishing this video, January 20th. Now let's go back to Wilderness Lodge for a bit to talk food there. First off, there's the storybook dining at Artist Point, where you can meet the characters from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You can meet, well, not all of them. You can meet the Evil Queen, who's amazing. Snow White, who's amazing. Grumpy and Dopey, right? Amazing. Okay. And you're sort of in an enchanted forest atmosphere there, which I love. Then you've got Territory Lounge, which is killer and awesome. That's a lounge. Kids are welcome. It's a savory small bites situation with that Oregon Chardonnay fondue seasonal mushroom bisque, which if you are old school, you know that that's the same mushroom soup that they used to serve at Artist Point back when it was a signature meal. So good. Really amazing. And I had the ribs there the last time I was there at Territory Lounge. They were incredible. So anyway, if you can grab a table at Territory Lounge, definitely worth having some dinner there. Whispering Canyon Cafe is a fun, rustic Wilderness Lodge restaurant with silly antics from those lovely Disney servers. Before the 2022 closures, these waiters were so zany that they gave the 50s Primetime Cafe cast over in Disney's Hollywood Studios a real run for their money. But since reopening, things like restaurant horse races and bombarding your table with ketchup bottles is a thing of the past. That being said, you're still going to find a good selection of comfort food here with scaled back gags and jokes like thrown napkins and giant forks in case you drop your own. Also, there's Geyser Point, which serves up with tasty lunch options and those beautiful lakeside views. This is an outdoor fast food location / lounge location, but feels much more loungy than it does fast foody. And it's technically, I guess, their pool bar, but it is phenomenal. So if you can get a spot out there at Geyser Point for sunset, do it. Great scenery, great food, great times. Love it. Lastly, I've got to talk about Disney's Polynesian Village Resort and their many different signature and quick service offerings. Ohana is one of my favorite restaurants on Disney property. It's an all-you-care-to-enjoy restaurant of Hawaiian-inspired dishes featuring grilled meats, stir-fried veggies, and some of the best sides and desserts you could ask for. When you hear me raving about items like the bread pudding and those to-die-for Ohana noodles, I've more than likely just eaten at Ohana and want to relive the experience all over again. Don't forget, Ohana also has a pretty great breakfast, too. Trader Sam's Grog Grotto is another hotspot Polynesian location that's probably way different from any bar you visited before. This one drops you into an interactive drinking experience where each cocktail you order has the potential of triggering something in this little grotto. Will you set off a volcano, call on a zombie? start a hurricane, make an octopus tentacle drop from the ceiling. Who knows? The power is in your hands, or rather, it's in your drink order. Even the Polynesian's quick service locations like Captain Cook's and the Oasis Bar and Grill provide really, really good small bites when you're on the go. But I've got to call out my pride and joy, Pineapple Lanai, real quick. If you're big into the Dole Whip scene, then Pineapple Lanai is going to treat you well. Not only do they serve up the traditional pineapple Dole Whip flavor, but they also switch things up with specialty and exclusive flavors to keep you coming back to see what's new. Also, over at the Polynesian, you've got Kona Cafe, which is a great table service, moderately priced restaurant with yummy eats. And you've got Kona Island, which features some really, really unique and fun sweet treats, and also sushi. So each Disney World hotel has unique and tasty offerings that make for easier dining access if you're staying at the hotel itself. So make sure to check out menus and prices on the official Disney website or our DFB page. We've reviewed, of course, every single restaurant in Disney World multiple times. And you can also download our new DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining 2022 edition. Read up on our deep dives for every Disney World hotel restaurant, including reviews and tips and menu highlights. Just head to dfbstore.com to download your copy today. You can also use the code YouTube for a discount on your purchase. I just spent like 12 hours finishing up that guide. It's been in progress since literally September. I hope you love it. Okay, next on our list is hotels that work best with your personal plans. What would we be as a YouTube channel if we didn't customize this stuff for you? How many times have you booked a hotel in the past, whether it be Disney or somewhere else, and it ended up harshing your vacation mellow? It's just like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. What works for one person or bear in this case might not work for someone else, and you may need to do a little digging to find out the option that's just right for you and your family. For guests wanting to focus more on parks and less on luxurious stays, Value and Good Neighbor hotels are going to provide you with more affordable options so you can budget more toward in-park experiences. Some of the cheapest Disney-owned options are going to be those all-star resorts like Disney's All-Star Movies, All-Star Music, All-Star Sports. But remember, All-Star Sports doesn't reopen until March 31st. For guests on a budget who still want a classier hotel experience, the moderate hotels are going to provide a large array of amenities, some good dining, resort views, chic hotel rooms for a steeper price than the value resorts, but a more affordable price than the deluxe hotels. Disney's Coronado Springs has really brought its A game with Grand Destino Tower. They have kind of brought that hotel up to the tippy top of the moderate category. With that, Coronado Springs has a sophisticated atmosphere inspired by Spanish, Mexican, and Southwest American culture. It's going to provide you with deluxe resort vibes at a more moderate price range. Disney's Port Orleans Riverside also has some chic rooms like the Royal Guest Rooms with princess decor and fireworks in the headboards that costs a lot less than what you'd pay for a deluxe resort. But if you want to focus more on your hotel stay and less on your park experience, then investing in a deluxe resort may be the way to go. Looking for a room with a fireworks view? The deluxe hotels have rooms available that'll give you just the nightly show you're looking for. At least some of them do. Need those extended evening hours to the parks to avoid daytime crowds? Deluxe resorts and Disney Swan and Dolphin hotels, they've got your back. Want a relaxing, romantic environment where the resort and room itself can make up the majority of your vacation? Ding, 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 the deluxe resorts are going to be your winners here. Now, if you're planning on traveling with a large group, Disney's suites, tree houses, bungalows, they can house a larger number of guests to give everyone more wiggle room during their stay. However, the bigger hotel room options can get a little pricier, so it's best to check out all the more spacious options available. Good Neighbor Hotels, aka those Disney partner hotels that are still close to the parks but aren't directly owned by Disney, often have suites available for cheaper prices than even the value hotels have to offer. You can check out the entire list of Good Neighbor hotels on the Disney World website. You can also find family suites at some of the value resorts too, like Disney's Art of Animation and Disney's All-Star Music. Warning though, depending on the season, the suites can get pretty pricey as well, so watch out for that and keep your options open. There are also several highly rated Airbnbs close to the Disney property that you can check out on Airbnb.com, though they are not directly affiliated with the Disney parks. You can find some of our favorites on the DFB website. If you're wanting to stay in a Disney World owned suite located at a DVC hotel, but you're not interested in becoming a DVC member, you can always check out a DVC rental site like David's Vacation Club Rentals and rent another DVC owner's vacation points for discounts on your future stay. Sounds confusing, but it's not. You can learn more about how this works on our channel, where we go in depth with how this method could wind up saving you hundreds on your upcoming hotel stay. That's not a sales pitch. It's literally just helpful. All right, now some of you are looking for brand new experiences, and that's what's going to be the best hotel for you. There are a handful of brand new experiences that Disney World has to offer in 2022, even in the realm of hotel stays. For example, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort and Disney's Contemporary Resort are already raring to go with their fresh room remodels from 2021. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort rooms are now inspired by the floral and tropical essences from the animated Disney film Moana, while Disney's Contemporary Resort rooms capture the sleek and bold vibes of Disney's Pixar franchise, The Incredibles. Disney's Wilderness Lodge also had room refurbishments recently. Now you can find characters like Chip and Dale and Bambi hiding in the decor of these upscale yet cozy rustic rooms. You know how I've been raving about the Swan and Dolphin throughout this video? And like every video, I just really think that it's a good deal over there. Well, these hotels just welcomed a new member of their hotel family in the fall called the Swan Reserve. The Swan Reserve may be a different style than the Swan and Dolphin. It's got modern white and gold accents, bright pops of color, lots of suites in there. But it's got the same deluxe benefits as the Swan and Dolphin too, meaning guests who stay at this swanky establishment will have access to Disney's extended park hours for select parks on select days. Oh, and did I mention the Swan Reserve also has rooms with fireworks views, both from Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios? What a way to end every day of vacation, right? 2022 is going to drop us a brand new place to stay as well on March 1st, the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. Though this experience is more cruise-like than it is hotel-like, you'll be boarding this ship for a 2-night immersive stay where you'll become part of your own interactive Star Wars story. Heads up, not really a ship, it's just a building, but they want you to think it's a ship. So expect some lightsaber training, intergalactic dining, and some difficult decisions that will determine the course of your adventure. That's right, this is a working vacation, y'all. All right. Next on our list is maybe hotels you're familiar with. Hear me out. You'll be navigating a lot of new things in 2022. You got Disney Genie, you got new restaurants, lots of transportation methods. You got to figure out from the Orlando International Airport to Disney World because, Magical Express is gone. There's a lot going on in Disney World that's brand new and very different. So maybe staying somewhere where you're comfortable and you're familiar with the layout and your family gets it, that'll keep you from having an overload of new things to navigate. Too much stimulation, vacation burnout, doesn't sound good. So staying somewhere you've stayed during previous vacations can help you cut back on the extra planning, like having to figure out where your hotel is located, especially if you plan on driving yourself to the parks, learning what dining options are available, etc., etc. Disney planning in 2022 is not for the faint of heart, so if you'd rather stay at a hotel you already know you love, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, now we're gonna play devil's advocate. Let's talk about hotels you've never stayed at before. If you're a frequent flyer to the Disney parks, then staying somewhere you've never stayed before can bring a whole new layer of excitement to your 2022 trip. You people already know how to use Disney Genie. You've already watched all of our videos about all the new stuff coming. You are ready to go. So in order to create a little more stimulation for yourselves, you wanna stay somewhere new. Got it. Do you tend to stay at the Fort Wilderness Cabins for the quiet ambiance and Seven Seas Lagoon boat rides? Well, maybe you should try Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter this time. You still get that serene nature setting and a soothing boat ride over the Disney Springs shopping district. Are you a creature of habit when it comes to staying at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside because of the moderately priced royal rooms? Then try out Disney's Caribbean Beach this time for a change of pace and to stay in their pirate rooms and use the Skyliner. If you want an overview of all the hotels to see how your favorite compares to other hotels around property that maybe you've never stayed in, check out our video where we rank all the Disney World hotels. It's very long and I love it. You might find that your favorite parts about the hotel you keep staying at are also available at other hotels on property. Who knows? Now, was the dream hotel you've been looking for mentioned during this video? You can revisit this best of list by heading over to disneyfoodblog.com/2022 hotels and dropping us your email. Not only will you receive a full list of all the notes I discussed today, but you'll also be automatically signed up for our DFE newsletter, which is totes free. That's where I'll update you with the latest deals and discounts I find for these hotels throughout the year and provide you with the latest tips and tricks and news. Disney World's got so many resort options to choose from, but if you can pinpoint your personal preferences and figure out what hotel's going to provide the best bang for your buck, so much alliteration in this video, then you'll be golden and ready to take on that 2022 vacation at the most magical place on earth. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.